What's up, everybody? Welcome to Gamescast now, episode 72. I'm Alex. This is our conversational gaming show, and this is the bonus episode of Gamescast now for the month of January. And in this topic, I want to talk a bit about Cyberpunk 2077. So I did a video on Cyberpunk a while ago, I think, maybe 7, 8, 9 months ago. I talked about if this game was going to be a next-generation game. Now, from all the rumors we've seen, I kind of want to change the topic and change what I've been thinking about it. And really, I have kind of backed off the idea ever since I started to see all these rumors because they've been quite compelling and they seem to be onto something. And I want to talk about if Cyberpunk 2077 will release in 2019. Now, the odds are honestly looking rather high, and that's exciting because when it comes to this year, and I've talked about it in past videos a lot. I've talked about it in previews, talked about it in even podcasts now live, I feel like. I've talked about it a lot. For gaming, it's really strong first couple months in 2019, but after that, we really hit just a dry patch of knowing next to nothing. Even when we get to April, we know games like Mortal Kombat and Days Gone, but that's literally just about it. For May, we know games like Rage 2, and that's just about it. June, we know a game like Crash Team Racing, and that's it. The only other game that's confirmed for a release date is Shenmue 3. Now, we know other games are coming, right? We assume we know there's a Gears coming exclusively at Xbox. Maybe this Harry Potter Magic Awakening game, if it's real, maybe that comes out in the fall of 2019. There's some games that, obviously a Call of Duty, there's games that we know will come out in 2019, but none have release dates, and we really know next to nothing about games that release, especially in the second half of 2019. So just having this game as a possibility to release is actually really, really good, and I think, that actually bodes well for what 2019 could hold for gaming, because again, we don't know that much. We don't even know if The Last of Us, we don't even know when The Last of Us Part 2 is coming out. We don't know any Sony exclusives beyond Dreams will eventually come out at some point. But Cyberpunk really, obviously, with a pedigree of Witcher 3 behind CD Projekt Red, Cyberpunk will be one of the biggest games to ever release, okay? And, will it make as big of an impact as Red Dead Redemption 2 last year? Well, I don't know. And that'll be a really interesting thing to keep an eye on when we get into, if the game does release in 2019, is how well will it match up against Red Dead, and will it do things that even Red Dead couldn't do yet? Because maybe they were just ahead of the curve. I think there's always been a competition, especially from gamers, looking at this CD Projekt Red and also Rockstar and saying, well, which one's better? Which one can craft a better open world, just experience, not even just a game, an actual experience. And Cyberpunk is going to be different, and people have had their problems with the kind of the diversity and the way they're taking Cyberpunk. That obviously it's much different than The Witcher. But no matter what, we know that Cyberpunk, no matter what kind of game it is, no matter if people are really kind of put off by some parts of it, it's going to be one of the biggest games that have released in this console generation. It's going to be one of, if not the biggest game to release in 2019. The Witcher 3 blew up, okay? And I don't even think people thought that The Witcher 3 would blow up the way it did. But it became, a best-selling game. It became one of the highest-rated games ever. And it became one of the best open-world games ever, and really set the benchmark for other open-world games to play, or to beat. And it still actually, I think, holds that to this day. In ways, I like it more than Red Dead Redemption 2, and I've talked about my feelings on open world games in general, so it's not really fair for me to judge them. But no matter what, when this game comes out, it's going to be the next big thing. So the question is, will it make it to 2019? I think it's possible. There's been a lot of leaks, a lot of rumors that suggest that CD Projekt Red is targeting 2019, and they've been targeting it for a while. These rumors kind of came out in the fall of 2018, so I'd like to believe them, and there were definitely a lot of them. There were listings, there were just reports that they were shooting for the fall of 2019. So this game could be an October, November game in this year, and I think that'd be really, really good because, again, we don't know much about what's coming out this year, but as soon as that game comes out, Red Dead came out late October of 2018. This could literally just be a duplicate of that, where this is the game that comes out, say, late October, we'll just exactly copy it, and then it's the game that people are talking about all through November and still into December and through Christmas, and people get it for Christmas. It's still the game people are talking about and playing like crazy. I think this game can do literally the exact same thing, and we'll have to see obviously how sales go, but this would be a huge thing for gaming in 2019. Now, I don't think the console generation is changing this year, by the way. I definitely still, and I always have thought that 2020 is the year that the next console generation comes out. So it would have, it's not like it's going to go, it's not like it's going to release when there's a new console generation. Okay, that's not how it's going to work. But I see this as a very, very high possibility. I really want to believe that this game comes out in 2019. Channel purpose wise, we have, as of right now, there's just no games to cover in the second half of 2019 that we know of. And I'm sure that'll get filled in a little bit more as we go throughout the year. But it would be nice to know that a juggernaut like Cyberpunk would be coming out to cover, to play. As in terms of gamers ourselves, what are we looking forward to? What are you looking forward to in fall of 2019? Can you tell me a title that's confirmed that you're looking forward to? Because there are none, so I would like to hear it. So Cyberpunk would, definitely be good for us too, just in terms of being able to play a game. So there's a lot of reasons why I think this game should come out in 2019. And will it? Well, it could come out in early 2020. That's a definitely possibility too. There's no doubt a game like this could get delayed a couple months to have extra polish. But we'll have to see. I do think, I would predict October, early November 2019. That's when I think Cyberpunk would come out. So let me know in the comments below, guys. When do you think Cyberpunk 2077 is coming out? Let me know. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Podcast Now. Hit the bell icon so you guys are notified when every topic and episode of Gamescast Now goes up. They go up every other week, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. This has been our bonus episode for the month of January. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.